Okay, let's dive into this. We all know that feeling, right? The pile of receipts, the nagging feeling about taxes. What if we could turn all that financial dread into like a secret weapon? That's what we're going to explore today. How to go from financial stress to financial strategy.
So, be honest with yourself for a second. Does this question kind of hit home? That feeling of being totally buried under a mountain of paperwork and deadlines? Yeah, you are definitely not alone in that.
And here's the thing, it's not your fault. The financial world is basically a maze. Tax laws are always changing, the compliance rules get stricter. Honestly, just trying to keep up with it all can feel like a full-time job in itself.
So if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it really starts with a big shift in how you think about getting help. See, it's not just about hiring a service, it's about finding a true partner.
This right here is such a crucial shift in thinking. A strategic partner isn't just some person who fills out forms for you in April. Nope, they're an expert who actually gets your vision and is actively invested in helping you build toward your long-term goals.
So how do you find this perfect partner? Well, it really comes down to 4 key things. First off, you need licensed experts, actual CPAs. That's your peace of mind right there. Then you've got to demand personal service because a one-size-fits-all plan just doesn't cut it. Modern tools are an absolute must for convenience. And finally, you want proactive, year-round support. That's the real difference between just looking backward at your finances and strategically planning for the future.
All right, let's talk about it. The single biggest financial headache of the year for most of us, that dreaded tax return.
I mean, this really just lays it all out, doesn't it? The 2 paths you can take. On one side, you've got the DIY route, which, let's be real, is often filled with stress and that nagging fear that you're leaving money on the table. But on the other side, you have the professional experience, which is all about turning that uncertainty into confidence, clarity, and most importantly, compliance.
And hey, this isn't just some abstract idea. Just take this from Joshua, who's a freelancer. The key part for me is that last bit, deductions I didn't even know I qualified for. That right there is where the expert advantage really shines. They find savings you would have just missed on your own. But here's where the real strategic value kicks in. A great financial partnership doesn't just stop once you file your taxes. Oh no. In fact, that's really just the beginning. You see, the foundation for any smart financial strategy is clean professional bookkeeping. When your records are always accurate and you can access them easily, you're not just ready for tax season, you're actually empowered to make smarter business decisions every single day of the year.
And you can totally see how this plays out for business owners like Tanya. By moving over to a modern cloud-based system, her bookkeeping became, in her words, way easier. Think about that. It freed her up to focus on what she does best, actually running her business.
And with that solid foundation in place, you can finally switch from being reactive to being proactive. This means you can plan ahead, you can anticipate your tax obligations, and you can make financial moves that are going to save you money and a whole lot of stress down the line.
All right, let's talk about something that causes a ton of anxiety for people, dealing with the Canada Revenue Agency, or the CRA.
Just seeing this question can make your heart beat a little faster, can it? Seeing that official-looking envelope in the mail, yeah, it can be incredibly intimidating.
But with a professional partner, you don't have to face it alone. They become your representative, your shield, really. They handle all the communication, they prepare the documents, and they help you navigate the whole process to get the best possible outcome. So let's get right to the bottom line here and tackle some of the most common questions to really understand what the value is.
This is probably the #1 question that small business owners ask themselves. Is it truly a necessary expense?
And the answer is a resounding yes, but the key is to see it as an investment, not an expense. A good accountant doesn't just cost you money, they save you money by making sure you're compliant, maximizing your deductions, and protecting you from costly errors that could be way more expensive down the road.
Of course, the next logical question is all about the cost, and that's the totally valid concern for any individual or business that's watching their bottom line.
And here's the reassuring part. You should never have to guess. A reputable firm will be totally transparent about their pricing. You should ask for a free consultation and a clear quote. You need to know exactly what you're paying for, with 0 surprises. So let's just end with this. The real question isn't what does an accountant cost, it's what do you gain? I mean, imagine the time and energy you could get back for your goals, your family, or your business. What could you build with that kind of peace of mind?